Dear Pastor John, well, I'm not sure exactly how or where to start. I've been so busy that today feels like my first day off since Pastor Gary and the group left more than 3 weeks ago. Well, the thing is, your church provided some great trail and ranch signs. A ton of lattice work was completed. New steps were built for the Cayuse Lodge. The trail to the meadow was cleaned up very nicely. And some dozer work was done on a different trail and a bunch of handwork on another. With the excavator, we cleared some trees and junk along the roads into the ranch. A new line was installed from one building to get gas to 2 other buildings. We graded the edge of the pond to form a beach. I was able to put a little sand on it. It'll be great. We cleared and graded 1,000 feet of brushed up ditches and rough ground into a nice gentle slope. This makes the grounds easier to maintain and really beautified the grounds. From there we moved down to the Mercantile, where you all built an amazing patio that changed the whole appearance of the little store. And you also changed the entire front yard of the Homestead house from an ugly ditch and broken down bridge and wood walkway into an eye-catching horseshoe curved driveway right up to the front porch. We now have planters filled with flowers, and what a difference it makes to see some spring color that we'll be able to enjoy all summer. The Tri-Cities crew also got the volleyball and basketball courts finished. Without all your prep groundwork, it would not have happened. The ladies worked to fill our woodshed, all with an amazing attitude. Actually, the crew of guys helped out a lot too. Well, that's just the work that can be seen by people as they look around. The real work that was done was God's work. You see, a machine can move trees, people can plant plants and lay a brick patio. But only God can perform the work that we get to feel in our hearts. As we worked with the different groups of people and all kinds of personalities, we saw God working as we tried to get our set projects completed. When Kim, my wife, and I first took this job, we thought we had a pretty good idea of what it would take to spruce up the ranch and feel good about our job. What we didn't know was how extremely difficult it would be to do the work that would turn the ranch into the kind of place I first saw in my dreams. You see, when our church purchased the ranch, every day for a month or more, I had the same exact dream every night. It was to transform the property into a park-like sanctuary, so that everyone who came through the gate would feel the presence of God in a place He had created, not flashy, just clean and neat, set into the mountains with all of God's creation surrounding them. Sometimes people drive up, spend a couple of days and say, "Man, you have the best job in the world." In my head, all I can think is, you have no idea how miserable it is, how many hours we work, how many complaints we hear, and how hard it is to even get one day off. How bad we feel when we take that day off and then end up way behind for the next retreat. Or how it feels to get up on a snowy, cold morning, go out and cut a tree down, drag it out, cut and split it, put it in the shed, knowing it will only last 2 weeks, if I'm lucky. As we make it to spring and things start to pick up a little, we find ourselves exhausted and worn out. Then a time came when Pastor Gary and I talked, and we talked a lot. He set up a short stay here so he could see for himself what I saw as some needs for the ranch, and we came up with some ideas. It wasn't long that I got word that you, Pastor John, were on board with those ideas and ready to put Gary in charge of working with Calvary Tri-Cities and the Bar M Ranch. Well, that's when things really got exciting. We worked together and before long had a plan for your trip to the ranch. That leads us back to the beginning of the story. The part I want you to know is about all the wonderful talks I had with the different people from your church, getting to know them and learning what God had done in their lives, and how my little problems seem so stupid compared to all they've done. In the big picture, these people gave up a week or more of their lives, drove for 6 hours or more to come and work for us, some of it in the rain, and do it all with a smile and a loving heart. You see, each person here was doing what they understood was the help we needed. But what they were really doing is renewing my faith in God. They were all helping God show me the true meaning of His love. God was working here. God wanted to give people the chance to serve Him, the chance to help, and a chance for them to get the blessing of serving. You see, I was trying to do everything myself and was getting in the way of letting God give people a chance to serve Him and receive His blessings. You have done more than just change some landscape at the ranch and lighten our workload. You all have been involved in changing the life here at the Bar M, turning it more into a place of God and transforming the grounds for others to enjoy, and you have helped change my negative into a positive. Your prayers are helpful in other ways I will not explain. Just know they are being answered, and we are very, very thankful for you. God bless you. Thank you. Paul Anderson, Bar M Ranch.